Welcome to the Flow Lab. Today we're diving into the history of one of the most influential figures in hydraulic engineering, Henry Bazin. While the name might sound like something you'd order at a French bakery, Bazin was a titan of 19th century fluid mechanics. A protege of the legendary Henry Darcy, Bazin dedicated his career to refining how we understand the way water moves through open channels and over structures. In the mid-1800s, the engineering world was struggling with inconsistency. Early formulas for water flow were often too simple to account for the physical reality of friction. Bazin realized that the roughness of a channel's walls, whether it was smooth cement or jagged rubble, radically altered the velocity of the water. He conducted exhaustive experiments, eventually proposing a refinement to the Chesi formula that allowed engineers to calculate flow with much higher precision based on the specific material of the conduit. While his work on channels was groundbreaking, Bazin is perhaps most famous for his meticulous study of weirs. A weir is essentially a low dam or barrier used to measure or control water flow. Before Bazin, measuring the discharge, the volume of water passing over the weir, was often a guessing game. Bazin's experiments focused on suppressed rectangular weirs, where he analyzed how the height of the water above the crest, known as the head, related to the total flow. To put his work into practice using U.S. customary units, we look at the standard Bazin Weir formula. This equation calculates the discharge, Q, in cubic feet per second, CFS, based on the length of the weir, L, and the measured head, H. His formula introduced a specific discharge coefficient, C, that accounted for both the head and the height of the weir crest above the channel floor, P. The mathematical expression for this flow is typically represented as. In this equation, Bazin determined that for U.S. units, the coefficient C is not a constant, but a variable derived from the geometry of the setup. He proposed a complex calculation for C to account for the velocity of approach, ensuring that even as water sped up toward the drop-off, the measurements remained accurate. This was a massive leap forward for civil engineers designing the canals and sewers that fueled the Industrial Revolution. Bazin's legacy is one of precision. He took the rough estimates of the past and replaced them with empirical data that we still reference in hydraulic manuals today. Whether you are designing a modern irrigation system or studying the drainage of a city, you are walking in the footsteps of Bazin's 19th century laboratory. Thanks for tuning in to this look at the man who mastered the curve of the falling stream.